Oh, thank God the lights are back on.
The light!
Maintaining continuity.
Because apparently someone in the world cares, despite the fact that viewer count barely hit 10, folks. Anyways, next we have to go into the Tunnel of Love.
That ride
I think
looks
this is the
disgusting.
proverbial ugly swan that used to be a beautiful duckling. Want to ride the Tunnel of Love? Yippee!
I bet it's all creaky and nasty.
Kind of, actually. It's not really much of a Tunnel of Love, it's a Tunnel of something. Anyway, so here's the thing is, you have to use the lamp with the black light in order to light up the area. And in there, you'll notice a bit of a circuitry and such. So you need to use Max in order to stop the ride and explore further. Problem is, it's a timing puzzle, and if you're not careful, you can actually turn off the lights, which I accidentally did, so you can't interact with it.
Probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea. I should
Ah.
have sooner.
Yeah, so I have to ride the thing again.
Well, that
Five
was
tries again later.
Ah, yes, timing. As we discovered when Swee played, not recorded, but played Spy Fox and Dry Cereal, we know Swee loves his timing puzzles.
Yeah. I mean, this is not as bad as that one, because this is something that requires precisely timing. If you do it early enough, you should be able to make it.
Maybe I should try it when I'm closer to the fuse box.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you just wait for it, just then you should be able to do it. It did stop, thankfully, so it did wait for you to continue, so... I mean, that Spy Fox one is just horrendous. And I still remember the drawing you made of it, which was...
So you're getting really angry.
I was really angry back then. And
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't blame myself for that. That was
Check
just
this out.
horseshit upon horseshit.
Max wants the battle axe.
I'll never shave again.
Henry VIII.
You never did.
Ton of love, folks.
Just another random acts of violence.
Ah, that was bad.
It's a cleverly hidden secret door that looks like a
Just
cheap looking...
go into it. Thank you. Anyway, so this is going to talk
Blueberry
to.
no.
Now just Spudus in his native habitat.
And yeah, I just noticed that Max will sometimes just go around and do some other stuff while you
Wonder
do
if I left
actual
the coffee
gaming
pot on.
stuff.
Yeah, much like in the Telltale games that happened later.
Sam, the furniture just shushed you.
Who are you?
At least Max is a bit more useful here because you have to use him for something. At least until the
Yeah.
third
He's
season.
Max. We fight
Oh,
crime.
yeah, absolutely.
We like long walks along the beach.
And the third season was crazy.
What do you want from me?
Ah, the third season was so good. Can't wait
You
for the
know anything
remaster.
about Bruno the Sasquatch?
Bruno
Yeah,
the
probably only.
Sasquatch?
Yeah, probably. I am going to definitely going to go through all the Telltale games, but I'm going to have to wait for the whole freaking Skunk Ape to do a remix. Well, also long stories. Several hours
Oh,
later.
dear me. That's where the time.
Sweet, are you
starts
telling
from
me you
SpongeBob
recorded a
ends.
gameplay video several hours long?
Yes.
Can we just stop now?
Look, we just want to know where Bruno is now.
Well, I had to record this all in one morning. Make it out what you will.
One eternity later.
Yep.
Yeah, my Uncle Shavul. He's really into Bigfoots. When I was a kid, he used to tell me stories about giant Bigfoot parties, where all the Bigfoots of the world would get together and dance Bigfoot dances, and
That's great, kid. Where can we find your uncle?
I don't know. He disappeared a short time after he helped build the largest ball of twine on Earth.
And now we're unlocked in another
I
location.
think I may weep openly. Look, you two seem trustworthy.
Oh, we are.
Yes, you can trust us as far as we can throw you. So if you bring me some pecan-flavored...
I love
candy,
Max's
I'll
violent
give you my
tendencies.
key to Trixie the
Yeah.
Tailor. I'll also tell you a big
It is to just be
secret
awkward
about
for me
how
because my
Bruno
real name
escaped.
is Max. So,
Why
you
not tell
know.
us now.
Because I'm hungry.
Okay.
I
So,
honestly don't know how to react to that
What
fact,
do
Sweet.
yes, I shared a name with that psychotic bunny
They've
rabbit
got enough
thing.
sugar to keep me going for
It's-
hours.
A little bit awkward, I can tell
I
you
think
at
that's
least.
all for now.
Fine. You can find your own way out.
Anyway, so now if we go into Tunnel of Love again, we'll immediately go in here again, so we don't have to deal with that puzzle again. I kept saying again, 4 times over now.
There. That should get things running again.
Anywho, now you can probably figure out we need to go get them some candy, which we'll get from Snuckies. Hopefully at this point you will realize about the mouse hole, or you're being in trouble like Ben is.
Oh, you're gonna be stuck for 5 hours, literally no idea what to do, read a guide and go, what?
Yep.
If Max spontaneously grew antlers, he still wouldn't be this ugly.
Anyway, so there are 3 Snuckies here, and some of them are a bit different. One part there is a minigame you can collect from each
This is a
location.
completely unusable thingamabob.
A completely useless minigame, but a minigame I will show off in a bonus
One of
video.
those jumbo-size all-you-can-drink Snuckies.
Yeah.
It's almost as big as my head.
I'm going to explore all the locations because I'm not 100% sure, but I think
This is
certain
one of
items
your
are only in
merry-go-round
certain
horses who
Snuckies.
won't stay with
And
the
there's also
pack.
another thing you need to do, which is somewhat also
I'd
a
ride this
timing
thing
puzzle,
before
but not as a
forever, but my lumbago's
BS
acting.
one, but I didn't manage to do it in the first time because I was busy with dialogues.
Oh,
No way.
Please do
Max
something.
the horse.
No,
fair
No.
enough.
it would spook the horse. The dead horse would probably just come up from its grave and just start running away.
Sam and Max portable car
That sounds like
bomb.
something Max would cause.
Yes. Anyway, here's a car
Carbon
bomb
Max
game.
portable car bomb games.
It's basically a battleship minigame with cars
He
and
really
bombs.
loves his ice cream.
And there's the Bernard
Sharing
reference
this
the game
experience
has.
with you has reminded me.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Except it's without glasses with a mustache.
I never thought of that. Well, isn't there one that has
Excuse me.
glasses?
Yes, but also a mustache.
Ah, fair
Excuse
point.
me.
So there's one with a mustache but no glasses, one without mustache and glasses, and one with mustache and glasses. But not the one that is Bernard, which has glasses but no
You
mustache.
in charge here?
Don't I wish?
So either this means that Bernard all actually real life works at a Snuckies, or this is all his relatives who work at Snuckies, or this is just clones.
I'd like to buy this.
Do you have any money?
Knowing the stuff Steve Purcell does, I would not be surprised if it was clones or something
that be
even
all
more
for you today?
ridiculous.
That'll be all.
Yeah, probably.
Anything else?
My
Also,
little
I
buddy
forgot
used
to
use
pick up the
facility.
pecan candy. I'll do it in a moment. But if I remember to pick it up, I could probably get them one of the objects necessary.
Here's the
Because
key.
whenever he was a Snucky, for some reason Max wanted to go to the
Awfully big rasp
bathroom,
attached to that keychain.
and yeah, there's a rasp
Toilet
attached to the
paper?
keychain. You need that for something later.
Nah, we just had problems with thugs stealing our restroom keys. They're the cleanest in 9 counties.
So what you're supposed to do
The
is that
keys?
once Max is going out
The
for
restrooms.
a bathroom break,
You need
you're
some
supposed to
help,
leave
little
the building
I
and
can
then
handle
talk
it
to
myself,
him,
Sam.
convincing him to, hey, we should
Now,
keep the
anything
rasp
else
for
I can do
later.
for you?
Snucky.
You gotta get a pretty decent amount of time, but again,
No.
wanted to spend a lot of
Snucky
time
is where
talking
all
about
Snuckies
dialogues and getting
employees
potentially
are
interesting
sent to learn
dialogue.
the
Waste too
ins,
much time
the
doing this shit.
outs, the ups, the downs, the overs, and the
Are you guys still there?
The amazing gastronomic
Yeah.
Is this like a
phenomenon
theme song
that
for
is
Snuggies, or what did...
It's one of like 4
Snucky,
tracks.
you were given
Okay.
intense
Yeah.
classes in patty pounding, choosing
How about we talk about the fact that it's an entire college dedicated to
pickle jar opening.
whatever it is.
I mean, McDonald's also has like McDonald's
I had no
University
idea you were so
to
rigorous
prepare the
with things.
franchise owners for...
Are you serious? There's an actual
jar in the
university
country.
for
I
McDonald's?
think there actually is something for like
Now, how can I
management
put
or
all that
something.
Snucky you
Oh,
trained
I
to
see,
use for you?
management, but this is like just ordinary
Hey,
low
you open
wage
this for me?
stuff that we're talking about.
Sure, ain't a jar made I can't open.
Also, another thing, each of the workers here can open the jars. So in order to get Jesse James' hands for our purposes, we need them to open the jar for us.
Anything else I can do for you?
Nothing.
You have no idea how often I hear that.
And this is what happens if you don't get the key in time.
So it's a long-running timing puzzle that if you ruin it, you have to start again or what?
Yeah, more or less. It's very
Yeah.
generous,
Box
but
of
yeah.
pecan-flavored candies.
Anyway, these are the candies we actually need.
I don't think he'd want that.
And for some reason, you can certain others you can just give it to them and they'll do the transactions immediately.
Hey,
But for
nice
some reason,
hat.
you can't do it with the
We all get
candy
that when we
for some
graduate,
stupid
Snucky
reason, so
you.
that's annoying.
But enough about me. What
Mm.
can I do for you?
So eventually, it's just stop cutting the
I'd like to
dialogue
buy
because
this.
at this point you get it.
Do you have any money?
Of course I do.
I probably should have cut it out a little bit more sooner, but oh well.
Will that be all for you today?
And in case
That'll be
anyone is
all.
curious, no, you can't leave if you don't have any money. If you have something you have to buy and try to leave, you'll be called over and
It's the mother of all
basically forced to return
drawbacks.
the items. So, yeah, get that money.
Get that money from the hidden in the mouse hole, which only
Get that
creates-
money or you will be driven to insanity by the signs of, hey, get back here.
The mouse hole is the solution to everything.
And it's a drawing minigame, and it's totally shit. You'll
Oh.
see, you won't get to see it in the bonus video. Basically, you put down crayons, and if whenever you close the crayon box, it immediately exits the minigame,
I'd like to buy this.
which means you can't actually see the entire image or draw the entire image because the crayon box is huge and blocks the big chunk of the drawing.
All for you today?
Ah.
It's a poorly made software for a minigame.
I mean, to be fair, this game isn't designed to be like a Sam and Max activity kit.
I had no idea
So,
cacti were
I mean,
so
considering how there are 3 of them, they could make the computer for that.
I'm filled with disgust and an odd sense of foreboding.
And?
How many gasoline pumps are in the background, by the way? Like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Gotta figure out where I
I
am.
like how they're all
7.
together, like...
I wonder
That
where
is
Trixie
actually really strange. Why are they all so close together?
Yeah, and usually it's like groups of 2 or 4, depending on...
Yeah.
Or like an
I'm
army of
concerned about
like
this
clown
Conway
cars or
Puppet
something is
character.
gonna all...
Yeah,
Don't worry,
like a
Sam.
caterpillar car.
Yeah.
Really, really, really short clown cars so they can all bunch up
That's
together.
Yeah, exactly. Just clown car parade.
It's,
It's
Oh,
for like
pretty
when a,
much.
when a people comes with a group of RC cars that need gasoline.
Anyway, so the final one is a dress-up minigame, which also used to be used for a copyright protection for certain versions. This one doesn't have one because it's a PC version, since they
Wait.
figured that
Think I can handle
CD
it
ROMs
myself,
needed
Sam.
copyright protections.
Now,
And
anything
Max.
else I can do?
I've never heard of this. Hang on a minute. Stand Max at the road. Dress
I'd
up.
like to buy this.
I think
That
it
guy
is,
looks like from that one
I-
LucasArts game.
Of course I do.
I think it was a copyright protection in the game though, for certain
Will that be
versions,
all
perhaps
for you
floppy
today?
or something.
That'll be all.
I mean, I guess that makes sense considering the fact that, you know, LucasArts did dial a pirate before.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean Max.
What?
And one of the things that Steve did when he parodied his brother's work is to make the
think we
characters
should
mix up
keep
their
the
names.
You're probably
that's a cute
right.
little reference to
No
that.
one deserves to use restrooms that clean.
Why is this game called Car Bomb?
Apparently, the DRM, the copy protection thing is only on the floppy disk version. It never appeared in the CD version.
Don't
Hmm.
remind
Which makes
me.
sense. I think most
Wanna
CD
do some
games,
painting, Max?
they figured that it wouldn't be as
You know
easy
us
to
Lagomorphs are
cop.
colorblind,
I don't
Sam.
know.
That's weird.
Oh, and also
Go on.
apparently someone's got like a Steam guide where they actually show all the different combinations based on what appears in the manual, so...
I say we go down
Actually,
Hey,
if
if
you
you-
go to game versus content manual, you can actually see all the combinations as well. A funny thing about the dress though is that there's no limit to how many costumes you can put on Sam and Max. So you can literally just put every single costume, they all overlap each other,
It's a rasp.
which is kind of
It's the Sam and
hilarious.
Max dress-up book.
But that's for the
It's
bonus
the
part
official
for us to
bootleg
check out.
Sam and Max paint by number book. It's the portable car bomb game. It's a box of pecan-flavored candies.
Okay, now I think should be finally done with Snucky, so we never have to be here ever again.
Never have to listen to the somewhat botched version of the music.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a shame that the fact this came out in an era where you needed very specific like audio hardware to get the best.
Here.
Um,
Is this
Signed.
not the best experience now? Or?
No, this is just like generic MIDI, but if you had stuff like you know, a Roland 3890 billion, whatever they're called, then you'd have like higher quality audio, like much better audio samples and whatnot, so the music
Isn't
would
it
sound
something
better.
you can do in the settings or something?
No, because this defaults to like
Wow.
because those are like separate bits of hardware you have to
let's
plug
get the hell outta
into,
here.
which is kind of the big problem.
Wait,
So a lot of this is
I've
just
got a great story
like when you
to
play
tell
these
you.
games nowadays, it's relying on just generic MIDI because that's just the sort of MIDI hardware your computer has.
For long stories.
I mean, I kind of like
Well,
MIDI, but
it all
yeah,
started the
I
day
don't
before
I don't
today.
mind us
I
moving away from
remember
it.
like it was yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Does it
It's
sound
not
better,
like
basically,
Joe,
or
But Trixie
like?
had fallen in love with Bruno.
It can be, like, MIDI is kind of limited in how good it sounds based on, like, what samples are available, so...
And read to him what she imagined
I
to
think
be
I
his
tested it
favorite
for one
bedtime
game, but it
story.
was so complicated to get it running that I gave up.
It really is a
She
mess
sings as
to
happy
deal
as
with.
a self-mutilated parody of nature could be.
This is a very one-sided relationship, I imagine.
But she
Yeah.
could never truly be happy until her beloved Bruno is free.
That cake sound.
Finally,
Yeah.
she decided to do something about Bruno's predicament. She begged Flambe, the fire breather, to free the Bigfoot from his icy cage. Flambe took pity on poor Trixie and liberated Bruno. And the
Usually at
happy
this point,
couple
Max is
have
just
a
laying
good
down,
sweet
face
sex.
first down, considering how lengthy the
Hell
story
of a
was.
story, ain't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
He probably wants to burn
Hey,
something.
Max,
I
come
guess.
here.
He
Wow.
bit
he
not
always
far
wants
off.
to burn
Watch
something.
this. Well, this is undignified.
Oh boy!
Quality door.
Yep.
Ooh, they're genuine Scrantonese potions of fertility.
Let's take them.
I don't think we should risk being any more fertile than we already are, Max.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Anyway, just a couple of objects needed
disquietingly
here.
tall bed.
How can you say disquietingly with a straight face, Sam?
There's
It's a
one in the
hope
hope
chest.
chest.
I hope it's filled with more gold than my poor eyes can stand.
Hey, there's a neat costume in here.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up all the objects whenever I
Still
can,
Walker's
as early as possible, so you don't have to go back for them. I will have to go back
I
for
mean-
certain objects later on, but yeah.
To be fair, that's just kind of what these games are like. Just pick up everything you can that's not nailed down.
Exactly.
Roomy Eyes, Florida.
We also got a new location.
All the possibilities are opening up.
Yep,
It's a scorecard from the Gator Golf Emporium in Roomy Eyes, Florida.
it's almost like the game is open-ended.
It's a big closet.
Trixie's a big girl.
Yeah, anyway, I think we're...
How'd Trixie talk you into freeing Bruno?
Oh yeah. You can also talk to the guy about how he basically
Jojo
just
promised to
defeated
pay you
Bigfoot.
$20.
20 bucks, so
You can
I'm
drop the
freezing
act.
Bigfoot.
We know it was your
I don't think
kerosene-soaked breath
minimum
that freed
pay,
Bruno.
minimum wage is a thing here, I guess.
And we know that you sometimes go for days on the same pair of socks.
Okay, you caught me. Just don't tell my bosses.
Maybe we should rat him out, Sam. The thought of him out in the streets drinking lighter fluid seems somehow ironic.
It's scary to watch you wrestle with abstract concepts, Max. Nah.
Good.
Eh.
That motivation keeps you going.
Yep. Anyway, we're gonna go to the biggest yarn in the world. And I hate that freaking escalator thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably pre-render.
I mean, you have to actually wait for that thing to actually get on that thing. And if it goes that way,
no.
well, if you don't get that in time and it goes away, you have to wait for it to come all the way back
More
from
importantly,
going all the
how'd
way
they
through
get it to
there.
Stop rolling once it was all wound.
When you were hovering with the eye icon above the giant ball of twine, it looked like
He looks
one
like my 8th grade
Pokemon a
English
bit.
teacher.
I don't know
More
what it's
warm.
called.
Do you work here?
Yep, have been for 40 years. So how can I help you?
What the hell is happening in the background?
This girl is
Fisher
really
dropping
making
out.
continuing
There is a
piece of
reason
sound.
why, which is kind of explained at the
Yep,
top.
it's the longest
Yeah, we'll get to that
beaded
in a
one
moment,
by
actually.
90
We get an
yards.
object task about it.
You haven't seen an 8-foot
I
tall
guess
wooden
it has
snake
something
answering
to
the name
do
of
with
Bruno
cats.
around here, have you?
The biggest plot.
Are you talking about Bruno the Bigfoot?
Yeah.
He and a bunch of other Bigfoots helped build the ball of twine back in '56. Why, the stories I could tell.
No!
I've heard enough stories today. Have you seen Bruno recently?
I haven't seen
Bloody
Bruno
Doug
in
ruining it for
years.
everyone.
Is he in trouble?
That depends
So
on your
Bruno
definition.
built this ball of twine,
I like
got
to use the
frozen,
one
then
that
got
involves
unfrozen
spidey
again, or
bikini.
what?
No, I think he
Well,
yeah, I
is
think
there
he helped
anything
out with a
else I
lot
can
about
help
his
you
stuff,
with?
and yeah, I don't know.
What's with all the fish guts flying past the window?
Those are leftovers from our last fish delivery. Our famous rotating restaurant has fresh fish flown in every day from the world of fish in Mosquitoeville, Missouri.
It's a little bit more than every day, but yeah.
As Conroy Bumpus passed through
Yeah.
here,
Who's that?
he's a country western star gone berserk with power.
How do we
I
know
wouldn't know
this?
him if I saw him. I don't get out much.
Good question, actually.
It's places like this that make me wish I were Canadian.
Well, they've got one of these too, but half of it's French.
That'll be
Tish.
all for
Oh,
now.
Tish.
Yeah.
I'm glad Wally's
What
with-
more can be said about
Fun
that?
fact
Yeah, I'm
about
glad
the
Wally's in
world's
here with us
largest
too.
ball of
It's
twine.
sucker for that.
If laid out
Oh
from
God,
inside,
I'd
the
feel
ball
so
would
bad
stretch
for
from here to the far
I
side of
probably he probably
Cuba.
wouldn't really care that much. I don't know.
Also, scientists theorize that by 2053, the sheer weight of the ball will push the Earth out of its orbit.
How does it
Telling our
keep...
Working towards it.
collision course with the sun.
You have to give the competition some time to work for it.
expectancy is only 6 years.
Is it like the Death Star, but out of twine? Or...
Buddy.
Oh, the planet's gonna be doomed. Good thing I'm gonna die in like 3 years or so.
Arf, did you mention about this being like the like the Death Star?
Yes.
Take a look,
Anyway,
man.
yeah. Another
The
problem with this game
death
is
ball
that
of yarn.
anyway, another problem with this game is that walking takes forever. So I just sped that shit up so
Yeah.
you can get the idea for how long it takes to walk around places.
You should slow it down, just to piss people off.
I'm not that sadistic.
Hey,
And no, they
oops.
did. And just to clarify, no, they didn't fix that when Telltale got their hands on it up until season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible walking back and forth along the streets.
Too bad we can't reach it
I
from
mean,
the
I
side
think
of
this
the
is
deck.
technically
You always
worse
need a large piece
because,
of
you know,
string in games
it's even
like this.
longer and there's only
It's
like...
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can clearly tell me that you get that string, and we'll get that at some point.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
What you doing?
Using my telekinetic powers to bend my tools.
Why?
To help me fix the rotating mechanism on this diner.
Well, that makes sense. What are these malformed tools good for?
Lots of things. Like scratching
Oh,
those
on
hard-to-reach
corners.
places.
Every place is hard for me to reach.
Would you like
Fair
a free
enough.
sample?
Sure.
Let me make one for you.
So yeah, this guy can bend tools in certain ways, and we'll get that object from him, and we can use the services for to bend something else later on.
All yours.
Thanks.
Also, that actually looks like something
How do you
from
bend
Duck
these
Hunt,
tools
doesn't it?
anyway?
Kinda does,
Think I'm
yeah.
going to spill my f***ing secrets to you two Mama Lukes.
The
Hey,
beeping is
lay
so
off
very
the swearing.
awkward with how
We're
high
trying
pitched
to
it is.
appeal to kids.
Yeah, like they're trying to do that with like a MIDI sound font, and it's kind of kind of works, kind of doesn't.
And colon semicolon too.
What are you f***ing doing?
Swearing in longhand, asterisk mouth.
I do like that one.
Same.
Anyway, so there's also this telescope we can also interact with. We don't have all the parts of it yet because I got one in the carnival. And we're not supposed to use it just yet because we don't have the right information.
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to whoever, like,
I'm
big
sure this is
brained
somehow
game
useful,
developer
but
decided
damn if I
how
know
you
how.
change the speed and direction off those goggles, because literally, it's so annoying when you find out.
I've actually looked at the hint guide and it actually directed me to the manual to tell me how to control it, and I didn't figure out
Oh my God.
until I figured out on my own. Basically,
Yeah, like,
let me just tell you click the right button to move it to the right, and the left button to move it to the left. It's really weird and confusing, and it's kind of awkward.
No.
yeah, and I love the fact that if you get stuck on that and you decide to Google it, it's like one of the, it's really easy to find loads of people going, how the fuck do you control this? I don't know how to control this.
Yeah.
This is one where you only find useless help guides.
If I know how.
Yeah, we can't
just-
use it quite yet because we're missing some stuff. Anyway, the Fiora light in like Lost
got to
Crown was
use
more
this
sensible than
elevator.
that. Anyway. we're done here. So, and yeah, if you want to go back here, you have to go through this animation every time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be skipping it for future times. So thank you for that.
I like geological timescale.
And the world of fish. It
Fish
sure
speak.
is.
I hear a distant rumbling.
You should have thought of that before we left.
Oh, it's pre-render.
Yeah, the game has its weird combination of artwork and pre-rendered stuff.
Although it fits better in it than later when it's like 2D and really cheap 3D.
Yeah,
or
if
something.
anything, they actually made the pre-rendered stuff actually fit in with the world quite decently, actually. I mean, you can still tell it doesn't fit in, but it does somewhat fit in some ways.
Yeah.
So props to the developers.
Absolutely.
I mean,
There's
the
also
size,
some really.
the sizes look like a bit weird because either that's like a gargantuan fish statue, or I don't know.
I will say, regarding like 3D and 2D stuff, they do some really cool stuff with it, like how, as you sort of saw earlier, the sort of elevator up to the top of the large ball of twine is 3D rendered, but when Sandmax kind of go in it, it uses their 2D art
Yeah,
inside of it, which is quite cute.
yeah. We also got a bucket of fish, will be important for later, and now we get to talk to this guy.
Something fishy's going on here.
Congratulations.
Not exactly the smartest
You're the
move.
200th person today who said that.
This guy's life is literally hell.
So, how's
Yeah.
it going?
Kill me, I ask only
In the last hour,
fish,
you've bitten
fish,
off
help.
two fingers and my nose.
Oh, it's even worse, Arthuriel. It's even
If
worse.
I bite any better, I'll need reconstructive surgery.
Oh,
You must
I like
know
the
what
happy
you're doing.
music to it, like
Yeah.
I
Actually,
am eternal pain.
Then why do you
Yeah.
work here?
because I'm more allergic to poverty.
What's the deal with that helicopter?
Dying in the cold or dying to an allergic shock? Which is worse?
Hmm. It's quite a tough choice.
At the very least, if I want to end it all, I can use draw myself. And the
And
allergy
he
would do it
uses
for me.
just gloves.
Pretty much.
How sad.
Oh god, it's really dark,
Good
isn't it?
grief.
I wonder if he can use gloves to handle the fish.
Or
Or,
maybe he
if
could
it's
use
like, no,
throwing
I'm
something-
also allergic against latex
Or maybe if you're
gloves
throwing
or
stuff into the
something.
nets, well, I probably would do it better.
I usually have an uncontrollable desire to drink a lot of beer and do illegal things to farm animals.
Oh,
You
this
too?
guy.
And this video is demonetized, but it wasn't
I
monetized
mean,
in the
yeah, a
first
lot
place anyway.
of weird things in this game, I have impression.
I don't care about monetization, Ben. That's the last thing I'll ever do. in YouTube.
Exactly.
All the first tens.
The moment that I become monetized, I'm gonna become a more asshole than I am. So yeah. Anyway, what you need to do here is, I'm already getting ahead of myself. You need
Yep.
to use the bendy tool to unhook the
Hey, Max, come
fish,
here.
and then you need to get Max in there along with you, so you can latch it out of the
Here I
constraint
come.
there. Problem is, I haven't done so yet, so this is a complete waste of time. Anyway, here's how we actually do things. Again, I gotta admire how many animations they've gone through for all the characters as well. Like, you don't
Yeah.
see as many animations for 2D characters as often anymore.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of not surprised that's the case here, considering that Steve Purcell did work as an
Kinda
animator at
wobbly in
LucasArts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most time it's just those
Hey,
weird
Max, come here.
sort of ragdoll-ish animation nowadays, where they take a single image and then just make all the body parts move.
Geronimo!
Yeah.
I always have
I
kind
mean,
of-
you sometimes still have like 2D animated games, but yeah, it takes a while to do
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like,
yeah, it takes
I
a
don't know,
while, but I
Cuphead,
often
for
like
example.
actual properly done animation than the
One
ragdoll
must
stuff.
admire
The
the
ragdoll
skill
stuff is
with which
fine
the
sometimes if you
wily
do it
Uber crowd
properly,
stalks its
but most of the
prey.
time people just use it like it's the greatest thing in the world.
This is one of the
Yeah, it
10
looks
most liberating
off-putting.
experiences of my
Yeah.
life, Sam.
I like the expression of that face.
I'm a trout, stupid. Holy trout? I'd always thought you were made of plaster.
What are you doing?
Where this is actually a very contrived way of getting that string, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the string, of course, but
I mean, I think this is all really to get that string, actually.
Is he now dead?
Now what do we do, Sam?
Well, we never see. I don't know. I think he is.
What's that
He's not dead.
noise?
No. Yeah, I
if
remember.
you come back to the screen, he's just back normal as ever.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been funny if you never saw him again. And dark.
Oh my god.
I mean, at least we didn't try to do it to him.
He's floating like soldiers in Total War Rome or something.
Oh god.
When you have a river battle. How long it takes.
Yep.
Imagine if they accidentally hit the fish and like, oh, just go back.
Yeah, the animations do take a while. Also, cute little thing.
Oh, that's 3D.
Yeah, you can actually see Sam inside the fish.
It's cute.
Oh.
And... Donk.
Oh, damn it. Oh.
Hang on! Almost got it! There we go!
Oh no, it fell down. Like, what the hell is he looking at?
It is
I
knife.
hate your bigger knife.
He needs a bigger knife.
Yeah.
Lightsaber.
I told you I.
Knowing
had a plan.
LucasArts, probably.
They do make a couple of LucasArts
Hey,
references, so
Max,
yeah.
I've got another plan.
Hmm.
I think I liked you better when you were clueless.
Shut up and climb over the rail.
Don't try this at home, kids. You will die.
Yeah, because every kid has like
See?
the
That
world's
wasn't so
biggest
bad.
ball of twine in their backyard.
I have 3.
Any more bright ideas?
Let's start crying like babies.
Galileo was wrong.
I don't think we were in a vacuum, Max.
Hey, how will
Okay.
we get our car back?
Wait for it.
Convenient.
Where did that come from?
Don't question it. We got up
Don't
the string. We're good
It's
now.
21 yards of twine.
Look, this is a world invented by Steve Purcell. Like, don't question it. This is a world that has like
You don't have to
Part
stop
2
now.
ended. Bye.